Okay, so out there at Turner Falls, how that was, it was it's this whole campsite, how everything is set up,
Yep.
and it's like it's really nice. Like, oh, you can go out there and like like cabins are like $40 a night, and they actually have electricity in them. So it's like $15 to get in, and you just get to walk around and do it. But like the castle, like as soon as you come in, and then like there's this castle on the right, they say, oh, the castles. First of all, they don't look like castles. It's
Right.
just the way they designed them. Like, oh, they look like castles, but I'm like, no, this looks like the hood. This looks like an abandoned building. So you're walking through there, but like it's on this steep ass hill,
Right.
and then you go through and you get to see all that. And then there's another steep hill, but in order to get to the top, you got to go through this way, and then another steep stairs, and then another steep stairs, and then this steep ass ramp, and then you're at the top. And a fat dude like me gets to the top, like,
Yeah.
water, water, oh, breakfast.
Mhm. Okay.
So I don't know. I think I wasn't the only one. There were some other guys out. I mean, even though they were older than me, but still, there were some other guys out there. Like these little kids just went up there, ran up there. These parents are kind of like, fucking kids.
Yeah, it kind of remind me of Pinnacle Mountain, man. Little Rock, man. You
Yes,
just,
yes,
yeah.
yeah. It would be equivalent to that. It was a nice look because it was like some of the steps. Like it was dope. Like to film there, it would
Mm-hmm.
take some little. I'd probably have to go again just so I can just look at it and try to set the scene up. I'm still gonna look for other
Yeah.
stuff, but seeing that, it was kind of like I can probably make that work. And I liked how it looked so ran down that it would work with what the vision that we kind of set up there.
Right.
So I don't, we shall see how that works.
Okay. Yeah. Keep me posted, man. Should be cool.
Yeah. So yeah, I've been recording.
Yeah, I figured. Figured it so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So besides that, yeah, I just went out and like Saturday I had to film a promo for a salon, and they're connected with my barbershop. So I've done two videos with my barbershop and then with the salon,
Okay.
and it was kind of like okay, I guess it was more filling out each other, seeing how everybody works
Yeah.
because like I'm getting ready, like she told me to be there at 11:30. And then
Mm-hmm.
messaged me at 9:30. When's the earliest you can be there? And I was like, I can be there about 10. Actually, about 9 o'clock. I can be there about 10.
Yeah.
Can you be here at 10:30? Well, I planned on being there at 10:30. If you told me 11:30,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be there at 10:30, making sure my stuff is set up and right,
Mm-hmm.
just
Right.
in case shit happens. Because if you've ever gone somewhere to film, I'm speaking from experience. Shit goes wrong sometimes,
Yeah.
and that's why you get there early to work the kinks out and make sure it works.
Right.
So I did that. I'm still editing that footage, so I should have something done for that this week. Well, I will have it done this week. I told him I'll have it done this week, but I don't have anything else major I'm editing besides this.
Yeah. I also had to go this weekend and do take some pictures and do some recording of this grand opening for this Inspired Body um brand
Mm-hmm.
that an old coworker of mine launched, and it's pretty good stuff, man. Got nice little beard oils and stuff for men, and of course all the hand lotions and stuff like that, and just great, great little stuff, man. So I went to take some pictures of it, and I'll be putting that together and making that video for her.
There you
But
go.
so
I
just doing
want
a little
I
something.
want to know more about these beard oils. Cause
Yeah.
I need to change up. The dude that was doing my beard conditioner, he
Mm-hmm.
no longer makes it, so I'm having to do without. So it's like
Okay.
when you go store bought, and then yeah. I mean,
Okay. Gotcha.
I found some good stuff, but it was like
Yeah.
sometimes you want to test other products out.
Yeah, man. And she makes all the stuff, man. It's all natural products and stuff like that, man. And I use it soft. It smells good. You got the wash, you got the conditioner and the oil. So it's pretty cool, man. It's a pretty good little deal. I'll hook you up. I'll give you a link or something.
I appreciate
I'll check it
that.
out.
I will
Yeah.
definitely check that out. Go ahead and plug her again.
Hmm. Oh yeah, it's Inspired Body. It's by Chastity Moss. So yeah, it's a pretty good thing going on, man. I'll check. I'll have a video dropping for that soon. I put all the pictures and the video and everything together. She did a grand opening for it, man. Ribbon cutting ceremony and all that good stuff. So It was pretty cool.
Dope.
And
That's
she does pedicures and all that stuff too. That's really what that was, opening up her spot, like her space for that. So not only she does product, but she also is a licensed, manicurist and does pedicures and all that stuff.
I love it when people do that. I love it when people
Yeah.
when they have one niche and they branch
Hmm.
out into something else that is not is not a direct in line with what they're
Hmm.
doing already, but
Yeah.
it's it's a branch off. It's like it's not
Yeah.
because it's not directly this, but it's in the lines of it's in the same field, but it's not. But
Yeah.
it branches out because now you got to go you when you deal with pedicures and manicures on it, you tend to go mainly
Yeah.
women.
Yeah.
Not a lot of guys go out there and take care of themselves like that. But
Yeah.
but if you branch off and now you got guys coming in, now maybe if they come into the shop and they,
Yeah.
man, I like that. That is dope. Support your small businesses.
Yeah, and the thing about it makes it so cool is that it's only one chair. Like she has it to where it's like intimate, so you don't have to worry about being embarrassed or nothing like that. Looking at other people, folks speaking another language as you pull your shoes off, nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? You can just sit in the chair. She's already like a licensed like counselor and stuff too, so she can like talk to you about your problems that she does your feet and stuff. And it's pretty cool. I would say it's a pretty good. I'm gonna have to go and physically get mine done just
Yeah,
to
you're
see
gonna
how
have to.
full experience of that. You know what I'm saying? Just to come back and let y'all know.
I think it's more. I think more of those people that deal with the barbershops and the salons and these specialty shops like that are more licensed therapists than they think they are. Not just
Yeah.
saying that they're licensed, but just like they those people see stuff. They get to talking to the customer. I love it when I go to a barbershop and they actually interact with the customers a lot,
Yeah.
ask questions and get to know these people because you're a customer, so we got to see you at least every other week, and
Right.
so I shout out to the barbers out there. Shout out to all those independent owners that are sitting there helping out anybody and everybody that comes through there when they can. I appreciate that.
Hmm.
So besides what was going on Saturday,
Yeah.
and you already know where I'm going with this because I hate to segue
Yeah.
into this, but it's like I know you're probably dreading it when I brought it up to you, and
Yeah.
I know I'm dreading it, but it's okay.
It's something that has to be talked about, man. We
It,
gotta
it,
do
it,
it.
it has to be talked about, and you know me, I am a complete goofball. I love I can sit there and make a joke about any situation, and in this situation, I can't because
Yeah.
the shit hurts.
Cannot. Yeah.
I just
It
don't
does, man.
I don't understand how somebody and people are going to speak out of emotion a lot out of this. There's no real logical
Yeah.
side of this. How I always say emotion versus logic, and this right here is really more emotion rather than logic because there's no logic behind it besides
Mm.
the aftermath on certain things.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't believe in the fact I do. Well, actually, I do believe that there's mental
Hmm.
health issues in this. However,
Hmm.
there is a point of mental health, and then there's a
Hmm.
point of just going beyond everything else and just taking, I guess, the law, the world,
Hmm.
the sanity, the innocence of people in your own hands, and just
Hmm.
like I'm gonna go shoot everything.
Yeah. I don't think there's mental health though. Like people try to blame that on mental health, but that's not mental health. It takes way too much planning to do that.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like I worked in mental health. Like I dealt with people who have real life mental health issues and stuff, and them believing that somebody's talking to them or something like that, and maybe paranoid here or some schizophrenia, whatever is going on. Those people they're not doing those things, man. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Whatever they do is gonna be localized. It's gonna be right here. They're not gonna get in their car and drive hundreds of miles to go do this thing. Like this is planned, sought out, just
For those of y'all don't
terrorism.
know,
You know what I'm saying? Like this is crazy.
for those of y'all don't know, Dallas to El Paso is like a 12-hour drive,
Yeah, yeah. I mean that's not
and that's driving the speed
no.
limit.
You know what I'm saying? That's crazy, man. And, mass shootings. I know the name of this show is the random occurrence, but this seems to be the more the norm. You know what I'm saying? The normal occurrence is happening with these mass shootings. It's like
We're becoming
ridiculous. You look at
no,
yeah,
yeah, no, go continue your thought. I'm sorry.
yeah. I mean, if you look at the map, if you look at like the United States, the countries all lined up, if you go from just whatever country all the way down to the United States in alphabetical order, you'll just see that we have like 200 something mass shootings already. You know what I'm saying? Like it is
Yeah.
ridiculous. Like it's obviously a problem. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I don't understand like why we are allowing why the laws, the powers that be just allow these things to keep playing out. You know what I'm saying? Like it makes no sense. Like why what purpose do you have with the AK-47 in real
Why?
life? Like
Exactly.
you know what I'm saying? Like what purpose? Like this isn't about gun laws. This isn't about oh I'm gonna take you can't have a pistol or you know your hunting rifle if you want to go hunt some deer or something like that. This is an AK-4. What? I'm a teacher. I don't need that in my normal day-to-day life. You know what I'm saying? I'm not in the military. I'm not a Marine. I'm not out here, you know what I'm saying, protecting the country. I'm
Right.
a regular citizen. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. You don't need that. We don't need those weapons here. You know what I'm saying? Individually. Like, it's stupid. And so when you put that type of freedom, we give freedom to the wrong things. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be what? How old you have to be to drink? What, 21?
21.
Right? You gotta be 21 to drink. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you gotta be 18 to die for your country. So I mean,
Yeah.
it's just it's a lot of weird laws that we have, and we govern the wrong things. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of stuff just doesn't make any sense, Rube. You know what I'm saying? And you got these people out here. Anytime somebody of a certain race goes out here and makes these crazy, you know what I'm saying, creates all of this havoc. You know what I'm saying? They label it one thing, but then God forbid if somebody comes in with another race and do it, all of a sudden they're labeled all these other things. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, no, call it what it is.
Yes.
It's terrorism.
Yes.
Terrorism, man.
And that's what it is.
You know?
It's your terrorists, whether you're going against a certain race or not. Your idea is to go and end the lives of as many people as possible, and it affects us in so many ways because we know people from these towns. We know people in these towns. So it's terror. These people he drove. That was premeditated murder.
Right.
He drove 10 hours to go to El Paso to kill Mexicans. Now, I don't know about any other type of shootings like this, but that right there hits home for me because
Mm-hmm.
you know I am Mexican. You know, no surprise, but
Right.
it's like I
Yeah.
I don't remember ever hearing any more of these like any of these other mass shootings directed towards Mexicans.
I wonder why. Why
Yeah,
now, 2019?
yeah. It's like I'm like, why? How did this happen now? I mean, like I understand we're like Mexicans are always being looked at as like we were never from here. Like we're the visitors. We're always being looked at
Mm-hmm.
no matter what. Like always go back. Because go back to Mexico. And I've heard that so many times in a joking matter and
Mm-hmm.
in a serious matter. But
Yeah.
never have I heard of anybody going out to a whole nother city 10 hours away.
Yeah.
There's plenty of Mexican Dallas. We know the Mexican areas in Dallas. We know the Mexican areas in Fort
Yeah.
Worth. We know the Mexican areas in
Yeah.
Arlington and Grand Prairie. There's a lot of Mexican areas. You
Right.
ain't gotta go that far. You didn't have to drive 10 hours. No, he drove that far. That's premeditated capital murder.
Yeah.
And he just walked in the building. Now, there's some conspiracy theories behind this and I don't even want to get into stuff like that because it's like we don't know the full story on what they're going because they show him
Mm-hmm.
coming they show him coming into Walmart with like
Cargo pants.
with the cargo pants and then he got arrested
Yeah.
and he didn't have cargo pants so it's like there's a lot of
Mm-hmm.
questions happening but it's it's very devastating because you have that one there was the one in Dayton and there was another one. What
Yeah.
was the
Dayton,
other one?
Ohio. Yeah.
What was the other one? There was three.
Hmm.
There was another one. Was it one? Oh, it was one in California.
There's one in California too.
Yeah,
Man.
that was very recent.
Oh
Like
man.
so, it was like it's like three mass shootings. Like there was one in California. Was it at a mall or was that another Walmart? Um, it didn't. Yeah, but it like it just like we are becoming decentralized to death now. Like
Yeah.
it's not even a big thing. Like oh another mass shooting. Like we shouldn't have this many mass shootings. We shouldn't have
Yeah. It's
mass shootings.
crazy.
Period.
Yeah, especially considering that, we supposed to be so great of a country and all this stuff, man. You got other countries don't have, why these other countries don't have mass shootings? Because they have strict gun laws. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just keep going back to this. Like, it's so silly. Like, I just don't get it. Like, there's some things in life. Like, you talk about emotion, you talk about, what I'm saying, rationality or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, what's rational? What makes sense? You know what I'm saying? The gun things doesn't make sense. Like,
Not at all.
it does not make sense. Like, I really can't wrap my head around why you need this particular gun. There is nothing going on in life that you need this gun for.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We're not living in World War Z. We're
Right.
not fighting zombies.
Right.
Because them guns are strictly meant to kill an assortment of people in a short amount of time. That's what the gun's purpose is for. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's for that purpose and that purpose alone. It's not meant. Nobody designed the AK-47 these guns to go hunt.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? It's not made for that. It doesn't serve that purpose. The only purpose that gun serves is to shoot down multiple targets under a certain amount of time. You know what I'm saying? A short amount of time. That's it. So if you give it to a civilian, who is he gonna shoot?
The dude,
Regular folks.
The dude in Dayton, what did he injure? It was like 37 people in a minute. Man. He did that shit in a minute. And shout outs to the first responders that just put him down. Because, I mean, and I'm not wishing death upon anybody. But if you're premeditated, I got to go do this, then, you kind of sealed your fate on your life. And they didn't want to capture him and put him in handcuffs and put him on trial. No, they did what they had to do. Sad, though, because in the Dayton shooting, one of those chicks was his sister. So they do a mass shooting, and it just so happened to be where his sister was. And his sister is no longer... I was like, that is... I feel for that family that have to deal with that shit.
So he killed his own sister, you saying?
Yeah, his sister was in that crowd.
What?
Yes.
God, that is crazy.
Because they brought it because they had the same last name, and then it started bringing it like, yes, that's actually his sister. I was like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. We deal with too much, and hopefully we don't have. Marcus, hopefully you would never have to really explain stuff like this to the kids you teach.
Yeah.
One day that question will come up from somebody.
Yeah. Kids smart, man.
Yeah.
They pay attention. They be knowing stuff.
And when a kid asks a question, you sometimes you just got to give them the straight answer.
Yeah.
Because that's the way the world is, but this is not how the world should be, and it's kind of messed up that Trump just kind of. I mean, do we expect anything positive out of Trump? But where he kind of just played it off and said, "Oh, it's just mental health issues," and bringing it out. I'm like, but he supported you, like any other. Granted, Trump has his own platform and his own opinions. So does that kid, but that kid followed you.
Yeah.
That kid.
The only reason the thing about America, man, is that it's never been right. You know what I'm saying? It's never really been great. Ever. Maybe it was great before it was colonized. Maybe when when Mexico stretched all the way to California and took over all of that area that, before the Louisiana Purchase or something. Maybe then, maybe America was great then at those points in time in history. But as soon as, that whole Plymouth Rock, all of that came, the Mayflower and the Pilgrims and all of that stuff.
Pocahontas.
And, Pocahontas, Sacagawea, and Lois and Clark, and like all of that stuff happened, man. It was never good because you come over here to a country, first off, that you got put out because, they didn't want you over here. They didn't want you in Britain, so you had to leave from there, claim you want to practice your own, religious beliefs or whatever. You come over here, you pretty much make the natives sick because you brought some disease with you over here. Then you go so far as to try to kill off all the buffalo so that they won't have any food, and so they won't have any shelter. You kill off all their main source of everything, and so not only do you pretty much make the buffalo almost go extinct, you kill off a whole nation of people. And then if that wasn't good enough, you say let's go to this other continent and grab these folks up. You know what I'm saying? Bring them over here to work for us. You know what I'm saying? For free. Let them just, strip away families and and just do all of that, you know what I'm saying? And then, for hundreds of years. And then finally, they get free, but not really because, the day they said it wasn't really the real day. And then,
Yeah.
Mississippi really didn't even really sign that thing until like the 90s, but we ain't gonna talk about that. It's another day. But
Yeah.
anyway, and then on top of that, now everybody has their turn in history. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has their turn. You got the Native Americans, and you got the Africans, and then you got the Mexicans who's going through what they're going through. You got kids locked up in cages and all kinds of stuff like that, being separated from their family at the border and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Now you got internment camps going on. You got people having to
Yeah.
shower for weeks and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, when was the country great? What is when? When?
Right.
When?
No, I am 100% behind you on this.
I ain't gonna go up on a rant. People,
No. You
suspects, but the history has not been good to America, man. History has never been good. You know what I'm saying, to us, to anybody that was not white. You know what I'm saying? So you can't claim that. You can't do that.
White and when we say white people, we're talking generic terms. Not necessary. And I'm messed up. I'm mad. I'm putting this disclaimer on it, but because we got to on some things. But you're not saying all white people are bad. I'm just saying. It's just it's a generic term. If you don't like what we said, that's fine. But it's just like,
Did you know that white isn't even really a race?
Yeah.
Did you know that was actually made up to divide us even further because those people. What was the name of that war? I used to kind of have it all in the back of my head. But nevertheless, the slaves were the free slaves, and then the poor whites were working together to do a rebellion. Bacon's rebellion, whatever, right? And so it was a rebellion. And so that 1% of people said, how can we get them to not work together? Oh, okay, how about this? We've changed up some of the laws. We make interracial marriage against the law. We make all these things against the law so the black people and white people can't work together to come against us. And that's where they coined that term white. So that's why you have that. And so when they threw that off into the laws, that's what caused all the division. Then you had these, the quote unquote white people feeling like they were better than the black people who they were just working with. All right. And so that's where all the division came. And then those same poor white people who felt better, felt like they were better than the black people.
Yeah.
That's where all of this stuff started. It was them. See, the top white people who they're 1%, they knew. They were like, oh, okay, they finna come against us. So let's separate them and make these other lower class white people feel like they're better than somebody. So that, that's where you get all the alt-right and all this stuff came about from all of those people.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's all a trick. It's all a rules. And then you got who's in the office now? Who's the top 1%, the rich people, whatever? He's using that same logic from back then to stir up all this hate once again, because what was going on? People were starting to come together. People were starting to go against the thing. And then you're like, no, we can't have that. We need that division.
And that division is like, because I mentioned that to people at work. I say to people, no matter what job I go to, no matter who I'm around, I mentioned that. I was like, it's always about the top people keeping their power. And how do you keep the top in power? By making the masses stupid. And by making the masses stupid, making them bicker and fight with each other, by making them do that, they control them. Now, as soon as individuals start coming up and start making the masses think, educating them, making them seem like, you're better than this. It doesn't matter if they're up top. We can all be up there. If we're united, they can't overpower us. So when those people who come out and scream unity, scream the empowerment and the uplifting of and at the time you can say the minority, which is the lower people, because I'm grouping everybody in on just this topic right now.
Yeah.
Those in the lower classes, because we don't have anybody really speaking for us, because once those people come out and start speaking equality, empowerment, education, this and that, we want this and we want that. Those people are deemed as troublemakers. Those people are deemed as those that need to be taken out, removed away from everything. And once they're doing that, and they're labeled as outcasts, they're labeled as troublemakers, just causing all kinds of mischief, anything of that sort that disturbs the powers, they will never gain their power over the other people, thus keeping the masses stupid.
Yeah, man.
That's not, and that's
Yeah,
not just
so
that's not just world politics. That's work politics.
that's
That's
everything.
everywhere. Any
That's
any
how
any
that's how the life
regime,
works.
any regime out
Yeah,
there.
right. I mean, I don't know if you remember this quote from Civil War. Captain America Civil War. Yeah, I'm doing it. I'm bringing it up.
Yes, thank
And
you.
when Zemo said, "An empire toppled by its enemies can rise again, but an empire destroyed from within is destroyed forever."
Yes.
Something to that effect. So basically, if you have people fighting against each other, you know what I'm saying, then that's how you win. That's how the people on top stay on top.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I feel like it's one of those things that you sit back and you look at it, Rube, and you kind of think to yourself, like, I know I'm not the only one who sees this, right? Like, I know y'all see what's happening, right? Like, but I don't know, man. I feel like I don't know if the right people saying the right things. I don't know if the word is reaching. I don't know if people don't even understand that when you put somebody in power, and they're using your your social economic status against you. Like, you have this one guy that kind of looks like you, maybe, you know what I'm saying? White, orange, whatever you choose. But you know what I'm saying? It looks like you, maybe, so you feel like you can get what he got. You're not gonna get what he got. Yeah. There's no amount of laws he's gonna do to put in to make you on the level that he's on. You know what I'm saying? That's not gonna happen. You're reaching for something that's unobtainable. You know what I'm saying?
It is obtainable. It is obtainable. Problem is that person dusted all their tracks behind them to where you could not follow in the footsteps of getting there.
Yeah, like I said, they don't want you up there with them, man. And you think they try to put it in this way to where you feel empowered because, let's just be us at the top and, forget everybody else that looks different than us and all of this. And you're like, no, man. People don't understand about the whole melting pot of America it was supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's not just y'all. What would y'all have without us? What would you have? What would you have without the minorities? Period. Like, they wouldn't have any.
Damn near every race.
Y'all haven't invented anything.
Think about it. New York was built by Irish. Mm-hmm. The railroads were built by Asians.
Yep.
The rise of the founding of this country was stolen from Native Americans.
Yep.
Let me see how can I word this one. The labor force, the power over labor force and scaring the fuck out of people was done to black people for so long because you took them away from everything. The Irish people came over here with everybody else. Like they came over here with the original folks. So they came over here to be something. Yeah. The Asians, the same thing. Well, or no, I don't know if they're.
They had some bad experiences too, man. Yeah. They had some internment camps too going on. Japanese, especially like when that whole thing happened with World War II, the bombing.
Oh, the Pearl Harbor, yeah.
With Pearl Harbor and all of that. So but
it is. But still, it's like that. Like every race is having its turn, being the end of the shit stick.
Yeah.
And it's not, and I'm not saying that a lot of these races ain't never left the shit stick. We just take turns on who's at the end. Like, okay, it's your turn down there. It's your turn down there. You go down at the bottom. Man, I don't want to go at the bottom. No. They're going to push you down at the bottom. We're at the handle right now. We've been down there long enough. We're going to the handle. But it's, how can you just hate somebody for looking different?
Yeah, and it's crazy. I mean, it's not only is it, there's no way that you can truly. Well, first off, the slogan you use is "Make America Great," moving forward or something. I don't know, but it's not going to happen without people accepting other people's differences. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't think, Ruben. I can't think of one reason why in my 32 years of being on this earth that I would hate somebody that much that I don't know. Yeah. That I would just go out and just start doing all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's barely hard enough for me to hate somebody that people that I do know that's done me wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like enough to kill them. You know what I'm saying? So let alone just I'm gonna drive 10 hours to go shoot up some strangers. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't get past that. Like I just feel like that is something else going on there, man. And that's a whole nother agenda for a whole nother whatever. But that doesn't make any sense, man. You know what I'm saying? That's not what America wouldn't be what it's supposed to be if these other people weren't here. In fact, you wouldn't have half the stuff. You wouldn't have 3/4 of the things that we have in America now if it wasn't for the minorities that built it up, that either influenced it to be better in some kind of way. You know what I'm saying? Because we're good at improvising,
Yeah.
making the best out of a bad situation.
Yes.
That's what we have been having to do. Our ancestors have had to do for hundreds of years. You know what I'm saying? And that's it.
Think about
You
it.
know?
Just think about it in this aspect of food.
Yeah.
Some of these races were so deplenished of food on having food that they made
Yeah.
dishes out of damn near nothing, and they're
Yeah.
like cultural iconic dishes now.
Right.
Like it's
Chitlins. You talk about chitlins.
he's talking
People.
about
I don't
chitlins.
know.
We're talking about
Yeah,
not that I'm going to eat chitlins, but I'm just
I don't fool with it. I had it once. I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I'm good on that. But
but it,
yeah,
I mean, like whenever I go, like if whenever I go out of town or go somewhere, I like to try certain places that I know I'm not going to have at home.
yeah,
Or I like to try, like there's certain restaurants I have to go try because somebody has a different take on something. And
right,
then also it's just different food, different flavors and everything. Like they want you to go to these fast food restaurants and eat this bullshit.
right.
They don't want you, but you know it is expensive going to most of these restaurants. But man, they're like, if we didn't have, I mean, granted, it's not actually Chinese food, Americanized Chinese food. It's just a take on it because
Yeah.
most Chinese restaurants are ran by Mexicans in the kitchen. So there you got that. But it's still like a lot of us love Chinese food.
Yeah, I definitely do. I'm a hibachi
See,
connoisseur. You know what I'm saying?
that whole
That's
Asian,
Japanese, but
yeah,
still.
ramen. Have you actually went to a real ramen restaurant, bruh?
Man, them real
Bruh,
ramen spots be hidden, man.
bruh.
They're great. Fire.
Like I'm like,
I
what the
think I was
fuck was
Asian
I
in the
eating in
past life.
college?
Too.
But
Yeah. I
it's
might have been Asian in the past life, guys. I
like
truly, I think I love hibachi and ramen too much.
yeah,
Go ahead.
bro. It's like as much as people, I always try to promote positivity. The only thing I don't like is just pure on ignorance
Yeah.
and just ignorance to other people. Not as a joke, but just ignorance to other people, just because your ass don't know how to read a book or scroll on something else besides Facebook. But
Right.
I remember talking to some individuals at the salon video shoot that I was doing, and talking with one of the moms in there, like the lady, she was talking about her kid, like their kids are like interested
Mhm.
in science, and these are black kids, they're interested in
Okay.
science, they're interested in art, and I was like, teach them that, cater
Yeah.
to that. If they're interested, he's interested in robotics, so that's engineering.
Yeah.
Put them in there. Because you know what? It's not about kids playing sports anymore. It's
Definitely
about
not.
catering to a kid's interest to a point to where
Yeah.
their career was chose at the age of 12, the age of
Right.
8, because there's kids that
Yeah.
love if that's how one way we go against hate and go against the ignorance of because you don't know something is out there for you that there's no you don't know what's out there for
Mhm.
you unless you actually go do it. I
Right.
remember somebody was talking to some kids and was saying like used to take them out and go to nice neighborhoods and seeing Lexuses and Mercedes and
Mhm.
these high end Aston Martin, these high end cars, have them touch it, and I was like, see, it exists, and you can
Yeah.
obtain this and attain this if you want it because it exists. But
Right.
in some of these areas, when they're taking out more and more education from these places that need it, like
Right.
if I now the way technology is going, I wish I had film school when I was in freaking high school.
Yeah.
But granted, a lot of my experiences and a lot of the people that know me, I probably would have never met.
Yeah.
So there is
I'm.
there's a give and a take on that. But it's more of with them taking that goes into the whole keeping the masses stupid. They're not allowing these kids to learn this stuff. They don't
Yeah,
want them
man.
to
Because if
learn
you
this stuff.
learning what happens, what happens. You know what I'm saying? You have way more people in certain industries and certain areas that that they don't really want in that. They like to control the amount
Yeah.
of people that are in certain areas and fields. And it's cool to believe that yes, everybody has an equal chance to do these things. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? What do you mean? Just work hard. Sit
Yeah.
up, pull up your bootstraps and
Yeah.
work hard, and you can get into this, you can get into that. And no, that's not it, guys. That's not it. Like I don't know how to just say it, but there's a reason why you have you have those laws in place and you have these lines, these invisible lines that cut off certain neighborhoods from this neighborhoods
Yeah.
and funding from this area to that
Mm-hmm.
area. Why does this school have all of this stuff and this school doesn't? Well, I'll tell you, Becky, the reason is because when the lines are drawn and the people you vote for, your aldermen and whoever you vote for, you know what I'm saying? It's a certain amount of money that comes from the state, a certain amount of money goes to these places, and they just kind of finesse the lines a little bit,
Yeah.
and certain money goes to this place. So that's why you can have a school that's 2 blocks away from another school, and this school just seems like it's really just thriving, and this school doesn't have, you can barely put rub 2 pennies together.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So there are things at play. There are things at play, man. But there is always hope. Now I do believe that you have to find somebody who don't care about the money. That's really
Yeah.
what it. I mean, it's hard to find people who don't care about the money because everybody cares about the money. You know
I
what
say,
I'm
don't
saying?
knock your shit over now.
Yeah, man,
That's the random occurrence.
That's the random occurrence. There we go.
He getting that pissed off. Man, fuck this disc.
But you have to find people, Rube. You got to find people, man, that are good people, that want to help people, that aren't in it for the money. Somebody who can't be bought out, you know what I'm saying? And so somebody who actually just wants to stand up for the people, man, because there are so many gems in these neighborhoods, man. So many bright minds,
Yes.
so many kids that are just motivated and want to do great things in this world. And we kind of snuff out their flame, you know what I'm saying? Because as Ruben said, if you don't see it, you don't know it exists. You don't know it's obtainable. You don't know you can get to it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, it's important, man. But
we don't know, man. Some of these kids might be able to cure cancer. Correction, actually put it out there to cure cancer. And not just sell it because pharmaceutical big pharma is that's all they're trying to do is make money. But that's neither here nor there or anywhere.
Yeah.
But it's
people know the truth now, so I mean it's kind of weird how like everybody kind of knows the truth, but nobody can. It's still like nothing happens. It's like, oh, this is killing people on purpose, kind of setting them up to get this disease, but then so you can quote unquote treat it. But it's the treatment. If you really have a cure, you know it exists.
Right.
You know it exists. Yeah, there's nothing that exists on this earth, no disease or whatever that there's not a cure for. I believe that somebody somewhere has it, and they say, you know what, we're making too much money not curing it. Let a few more folks die, then we'll release it and pretend like it's a big deal and do that. So anyway, that's enough of my conspiracy thoughts for today on that. But guys, just read up on stuff. Just
read up on stuff. Reach out to the kids. Help the kids.
Help the kids, man.
I'm glad. You know what? This we didn't really get. This actually was helpful.
Yeah.
Because we didn't go. I'm still sad because like those mass shootings hurt me. If you've ever had a family member, friend die from stupid shootings, then you understand. And it's just. That's the logical explanation for a lot of stuff. Like, hey, we gotta do better as people. Yeah, that's it. A white person that understands their white privilege and isn't trying to use it for their own benefits, but uses it to help others. Hey, do it.
Do it. I know a few folks like that. I do
Yeah.
know some. I do have some real close white friends that are very aware of what's going on, and they speak out about things, and they try to make a difference. And I appreciate those people because we can't really. The thing about it is that kind of sucks. We really can't. There won't be any change without them. Like it don't matter how many marches you do, how many whatever you do out here. There's nothing that can really happen unless the people that are in power say so. You know what I'm saying? They have to wake up to it. Enough of them have to be able to use their privilege for the benefit good of the people who are being oppressed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what it boils down to. And if that doesn't happen, then nothing will ever change. We can't do it on our own. We're not in a position to do it. I don't care how addicted we are. It doesn't work that way. So,
Side note, like, thinking with logic rather than emotion. Like, you remember a few years ago there was a big shooting in Dallas. It was a Black Lives Matter thing. And I knew some friends that went out there and were doing the protest. And it was a peaceful protest. And the guys that were over it, like, they were trying to say that the guy over it was the shooter because somebody was out there shooting. Like, military style shooting. And it was like, and he became like the top suspect. They were looking for this man for like, an hour?
Yeah.
And While they were sitting there looking for this man, he was actually over there helping the cops divert people into certain areas. Like, go this way, get out of this. We need to go this. Like the
Mm-hmm.
cops were. He was working with the cops. Everything he did
Yeah.
out there was with the cops.
Yeah.
From the movement to everything, he wasn't being an asshole to anybody. He was just, hey, we're
Mm-hmm.
gonna be professional about this. You be professional with us, and the cops were like, hey, we're all for it. Black and white cops, they were like, we're all for it.
Yeah.
You do what you got to do. So while he's sitting there going all that, like the cops came up to him and were like, hey, you're a suspect, and he was like, what? Because you're a suspect in this shooting. Like they're coming in. They're like, we're telling him, like, he's right here with us, and he actually was armed out there when he went out there, because
Yeah.
license to carry. He can carry it.
Yeah.
He had it
Yeah.
out there before he was helping the cops. He had turned over his gun and was helping the cops. So it
Yeah.
was like he didn't have a weapon on him, and it was just a hand. It was just a
Uh-huh.
sidearm. So it wasn't no like rifle or nothing. It was just a gun. It was just
Yeah.
so.
Sidearm. Yeah.
Yeah, he and they said, "Hey, you're wanted. Do you mind coming with us? We'll take you in just for questioning." Because then I don't think they handcuffed him, but like he cooperated. He's
Mm-hmm.
like, "Yes, I will go." And
Mm-hmm.
through the whole time, him and his brother, they try to separate them and try to make it seem like make them take the blame while they
Yeah.
were trying to go find this other person. And when they first of all, when they found the other person, they
Yeah.
Call of Duty'd his ass because
Mm-hmm.
they put a little bomb on an RC car and they drove it right over there because he was hiding behind the car, and they drove it over there around the car, and then they blew it up.
Wow.
I was like,
Wow. Wow.
and because they thought it was multiple people, it was one guy. It was a black dude too,
Mm-hmm.
one guy.
Yeah.
Now that's the radical. That's the
Yeah.
I don't care what race you are. That is terrorism as well.
Yeah.
That he shot innocent people, and he actually I think it was like 4 people that died, and I think one of them
Was it a cop involved?
yes,
Was it a cop?
one of them was
I think
no,
I
it was 2
remember- I
cops. It
do.
was 2 cops.
Mm.
It was an older white guy and a Mexican dude. Mexican dude was actually close to my age. Matter of fact, he and I went to the same middle school. We were at the same middle school for 1 year because he was 2 years older than me. So he was in 8th grade and I was in 6th, or it might have been vice versa. But yeah, we were at the same middle school for 1 year. So that's tripped me out. I was like, that's how close things were.
Yeah. Stuff.
That
Right.
that shit is scary. It was like, and then to even top it off, the mass shooter, his dad works with a friend of my dad's. Oh no, yeah, his dad or no, his mom. Sorry, the parents know each other. So I'm
Gotcha.
yeah, I couldn't explain like somebody parents know each other. Yeah, but anyway, it was like my dad told me that. I was like, come on now, all this shit I'm over here worried about and checking up on people, and you tell me something like this. I'm like, come on, that was the last thing I wanted to hear that night. Like that they was that close. Like shit. So it's
Rough,
it's
man.
like you don't know what people's standing for. It's just like we were talking about. There's mental health,
Mm-hmm.
and then you're beyond seeking help.
Yeah, you kind of go in for this thing, man. Like, you have this agenda that's in some way you took and twisted it, and like you can't see through the political. Do you think you're doing somebody a service? You know what I'm saying by
Right.
doing that?
You're
You know
not
what I'm saying?
hero-
Like
That's not heroic,
you're not. It's not like I don't know. I don't know.
bro.
I don't know.
It's so much. It's just. Again, one day everything is gonna make sense with us. Everything is gonna be copacetic. But this country will never be one because like Dave Chappelle. While we always are fighting with China, and we'll never win the war with China because everybody in America is racist and everybody in China is Chinese.
Yep. That's it.
Yeah.
And I mean, they're unified. We're not.
Mm-hmm. That's
The only thing united over here is the states, not the people.
I mean, like everything in America is like the best of every other country just brought here.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody hates it. Like hot dogs ain't from here, burgers ain't from here, pizza ain't from here, fireworks ain't from here.
Black folks ain't from here either, but that's another story.
I was waiting for you. You see how I said that? I was waiting for you to say that. Like the people,
Yeah,
the people.
They also are not from here originally,
Yes.
but whatever. Yeah,
Nike's not
it's
here. I love that Team USA uniforms made in China.
right.
That is hilarious.
Horrible.
But it is what it is, man. We're gonna get it. I don't know how much worse it's gonna get, because they say it's the worst before it gets. You get to the worst before you get to the better. You
Yeah, it's
know
the darkest before the dawn.
that's what I was just about to say
Darkest
too.
before dawn. Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know where we're at. I think we're like at 2 a.m. maybe.
Yeah, man.
1 or
Something's
2
gonna have to
a.m.
happen, man. Something's gonna have to happen, man. And then, and I feel like it's so crazy because, normally like if you're in a city and it's like it's always like this street, you're like, man, somebody should put a speed bump here, man. It's, but then, it takes somebody getting hit or something happening, but they decide to put a speed bump there. You know what I'm saying? And you would think all these mass shootings have been enough. But I feel like, I don't know, man. Like I feel like they don't care enough. It's gonna have to be them.
Yeah.
Like somebody got to go to Beverly Hills and do it, or somebody have to go.
Yes.
Somebody gonna have to top off somebody that's really like the people really think is important, and then maybe because I hate to say it, but shooting up Mexicans is not gonna make anybody change the gun laws because they already don't really care about the minorities. Period. But I bet you go open D.C. and go to one of these Congress meetings and stuff and start blowing up something like you was doing on black folks in that church. Then I bet you what I'm saying, some laws get changed then. See, that's the type of stuff. That's it just kind of shows how nobody cares. Everybody's not equal. It says so. People are everyone's created equal. I'm not talking about us, man.
Yeah,
it's about them. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. We don't care about the 4 little girls that died in the bombing in Alabama. We don't care about the Charleston people got shot up at church. What I'm saying? Bible study. You know what I'm saying? You got people in the mall. You got people in Walmart. You got people just living their lives. Dude, there was an actual was the one you're talking about? Was that the one at the Garlic Festival? Because it was a garlic festival and somebody shot that up.
Was that the one in California?
Festival. I think maybe so. You know what I'm saying? But I know it was a garlic festival, and I felt like, imagine that waking up saying, "Oh, it's family day. I'm gonna take my family out to the garlic festival." You know what I'm saying? Like that's the last place you would think. You know what I'm saying? Somebody would just go shoot up, but
bro, that's the you. And I keep bringing up that Walmart. It's like you pass because I'm in Texas. I'm in Arlington. I'm just 20 minutes from Dallas. So it's like, all the Walmarts you had to pass, and to get to that side, you had to take I-20. And you had to take I-30. Either one is gonna take, because I know I-20 is gonna go all the way out there, but I-30 meets I-20. So either way it goes, I know you've had to cross just on 30 alone about 8 different Walmarts. 20 is going to be like 10 different Walmarts from Dallas to the other side of Fort Worth. We're not even talking about on the other side of Fort Worth, from all the way through West Texas.
Yeah.
Granted, thankfully, I don't even want to say thankfully. I'm happy it didn't. Well, no, it shouldn't have happened. It shouldn't have happened for me to have that thought. I'm glad it didn't happen here, but it's. We shouldn't have that. It shouldn't have happened because we should to have those thoughts.
Yeah.
Because there's people that just going over there getting groceries for the week.
Yeah. Families, babies. Mothers died trying to cover their babies, man, and
they getting ready. Folks getting ready for back to school. Folks getting ready for back to school, getting supplies, getting juice boxes. Fruit snacks.
Yeah, man.
Just looking at TVs, looking at video games. I know they probably had a sample video game back then. Kids are just back there playing on them games or whatever. Somebody looking at the toys. And it's folks that just came to work that day just to with good customer service. Even Walmart's notorious for bad customer service. I know that. I used to work there. I know. But folks didn't come.
None of that. Warrants that. No bad customer service.
I don't care how bad your customer service is. You do not deserve to be put in that situation like that.
Yeah. It's a shame, man. It's a sad. I just want people to call things what they are. What I'm saying? Call a spade, man. Terrorism is terrorism, regardless of who does it. You know what I'm saying? And, let the history book show is more of one race doing it than the other. So the people you claim, quote unquote, to be afraid of, they're not doing the terrorists, the mass shootings and stuff. It's not them. You know what I'm saying? It's not them. So You know,
you
I
can't get
just
mad at
own up.
you can't get mad at certain races for
Hmm.
making the best of a situation that they were put in.
Yeah.
Because you know the hoods, they're not. We know
Hmm.
none of us wanted to be in the hood. Hell, some of us pay more in rent just so we don't get in bad neighborhoods now.
Yeah.
Because we know
That's true.
we've grown up. Not saying there's anything bad in the hood because I've been there. I
Yeah,
know.
been there too.
Yeah, it goes.
Had good times,
Yeah,
good memories.
great times. And it's funny because a lot of the older people in the hood used to look out for the younger people. If you were that close of a
Yeah.
community, and there was always a few people there that's like, hey, don't do that, don't do that, don't do
Yeah.
that. There was always some older folks looking out for some of the younger folks. So you know you got to
Right.
be thankful for that. But you know some of the hoods, man. I growing up, I loved my mixed neighborhood because it was first originally like all mostly black, and then it kind of
Yeah.
diversed, and then right up on the next street. If you ever been to a Mexican party at a house, it's amazing. They got live
Uh,
instruments.
I need to check that out, man. You need to put me on that, man.
Bro, those parties are amazing. The food is amazing. And but again, I've been to plenty of black cookouts, bruh,
Yeah.
bruh.
Yeah.
It is just so. I get kicked out of black barbecues because of the fact that I start kicking ass at the domino tables. So
Ah, okay.
it's just
He has been assimilated.
I've been playing domino since I was in second grade. I count dots. So like blackjack, I count dots.
Yeah.
But it's those are just good times. You see the footage of the white cops got called out to a somebody's get together and it's middle of the day
Yeah.
talking about a noise
Yeah.
complaint, and it's a bunch of Mexican people out there partying, and they were talking about, oh, it's just a graduation party, and they went in there and they started dancing. I know they were offered food, and if they were smart they would have got some of
Yeah.
that food.
Yeah.
Because I mean that, and they didn't want to leave, and that was just
Hmm.
policing the neighborhood properly.
Yeah.
The Mexican people, they didn't care. Like, you want to come in, come on. I guarantee
Yeah.
you, if you go to anybody's cookout like that, and this is from the Mexican side, if you go to anybody's cookout, they're gonna
Yeah.
welcome you in. Now you might get some strange looks because it's like, I don't know who this person is,
Yeah.
but that's anywhere. You can get that
Yeah.
look at anywhere, just going in the room full of strangers. But it's going in there. It's just it's an amazing environment, and I love going to the places where the music is all mixed.
Yeah.
Because I love going uh to black cookouts and hearing freaking Metallica and Van Halen and Pearl Jam and stuff like that. I was like, what?
Right.
Hearing country music too. I was like, what? Like, okay, go, no, we like, man, that's what I love, because you found a diversity, you like something, and you kept it going.
Good stuff.
So
Good stuff, man.
that is great stuff. That's unity that I love to see.
Right. People having a good time, man.
People just having a good time. That's all we want. That's all we want. We want to live
Yeah.
comfortably, have a good time, and enjoy our cookouts.
Enjoy the cookouts, man. Yeah. That's all it is. I think that's what life is about.
That's all life is about, man. Friends, family, a few drinks,
Food.
food,
Some food.
and some food, and some good music.
Yeah. Good music, man.
Entertainment, man. That's all we want. That's all I got, bro. I don't have nothing else.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, man. Yeah, it was. Yeah, today's topic was a bit heavy. You know what I'm saying? But
We try to
we
make
have
the
to
best
talk
out of
about
it.
everything. You know what I'm saying? We try to make the best out of everything, man. And I hope we didn't, bring anybody down with this, but hopefully maybe we enlighten a few people as well. Or just let you know that we also care. We have our ear to the ground as well, so we're not naive to what's going on in the world.
Yeah,
We try to talk about a little bit of everything, guys. So,
yeah. Most of the time,
hopefully next week we won't have anything solid to talk about. Hopefully we talk about something stupid. You know what
Oh
I'm
yeah,
saying?
we'll talk. We'll find something stupid to talk about. But it's
Talk about, yeah.
that's how we don't want to go away from too many topics, and
Mhm.
this one is closer to home.
Mhm.
Because a lot of people are. I got frat brothers that from Dayton. We got people went to college with that are from Dayton. We got
Yeah.
a similar friend out there in El Paso.
Yeah.
So like we know people here, we know people there, we know
Yeah.
people everywhere, and it kind of hurts if you're just enclosed in your own little neighborhood and that's all you know. Then it's kind of harder to feel for anything else outside. But you know,
Right.
don't show pity towards people. Just empathize with them.
Yeah.
Empathy is a big thing in this world that is needed more. So
Most definitely.
that's all I got, bro.
Most. Yeah, man. Guys, just know that juice is temporary, sauce is forever.
What kind of sauce?
Know that you are. Man, it just depends. Depends on what mood you're in. Everybody has their own sauce, secret sauce, your own special secret sauce. Take it how you want. Take that however you choose to take it.
You notice how he
I'm not-
paused like, fuck, how'd I get here?
Yeah. Take it however you choose to take that sauce. Just know
you can't dig
that
up.
it's forever. Can't get rid of it.
You can't dig
Forever.
up. You're in this hole now. You can't dig up.
Yeah.
Everybody, no matter what you do and no matter what you do, see, I'm over here. No matter what you do in this world and in life, be great at it. And everybody, just go enjoy the cookout.